Guys, today we talk about the box office here, and yes, this is the big weekend everybody was talking about, and yes, there were three new major releases this week, which is Lilo and Stitch, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and The Last Rodeo, also released this week. So, as well with a bunch of other movies releasing as well, and those still in theaters as well. So, Lilo and Stitch is now the number one movie in the theaters as well. Um, Making around $214 million. Again, this is not the actual numbers, but it is basically okay. So it's around 300 million. That's what it's about around as well here. And this movie has broken even already, so yeah, and yeah, Lilo and Stitch has made at least $300 million. It was at the box office, so yeah, yeah. But this movie has become a pretty big success, all things considered, as well. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, yeah, and yeah. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning also released as well, and yeah, the movie they don't have the actual full numbers in for these movies yet, but this movie opened to 200 million, I think, or not 200 million. Currently, it's at 151 million with one for the box office, and that's around 196 million as well. Not a good opening for a movie that made it to make 400. That needs to make around uh anywhere from $800 million to over $1 billion to break even as well. This movie's gonna have insanely good ratings globally as well here. And this movie is not really doing too well. Okay, I know the Tom Cruise fanboys are like, oh, this is the best performance ever, but not many people were going to go see this movie as they previously thought as well. I know like this movie is gonna, these types of movies do well over time, post feeder like Mission Impossible does as well, but a lot of movies do. Okay, a lot of major movies usually do as well. Not really Marvel anymore, but they're saying that but this movie is rewatchable, but you know, will you give this movie $1 billion? That's the whole question as well here. Yeah, but then we have Final Destination Borderlines, which has now made $182 million globally as well here, and it has dropped 62% at the box office, which, from a horror movie, it isn't too surprising. This movie will likely make over 100 million domestic, no problem, as well, but it is performing at the bottom of the league's charts as well here, and yeah, this movie is doing okay at the box office, so. Then we have Thunderbolts, which has made 9 million as well here. Here, but in this movie is just not performing too well. $346 million for Thunderbolts. It's just this movie's dead, basically. It's a fourth week and it has not even passed $350 million. This is an absolute embarrassment for Disney and the MCU. Again, it's further proof that Rotten Tomatoes does not determine if a movie is successful or not. Okay, Rotten Tomatoes says this was the best Marvel movie, since um, probably No Way Home, but no one's gonna go see it. Okay, no one's gonna go see it. You know, Rotten Tomatoes just can't keep taking L's after L's. Okay, they said, "Oh, who's gonna watch the Minecraft movie because we don't like it?" The movie makes $900 million, but Rotten Tomatoes gave it a bad score. We gave it a bad score. People won't see it. Okay, as well. I do think to somewhat what the movie will make slightly less money than because of Rotten Tomatoes. But Rotten Tomatoes is not really a factor anymore. No one's saying, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna go see this movie because it has a 40% Rotten Tomatoes," or "Oh, I'm not gonna go see this movie because I'm going to go see this movie because Rotten Tomatoes recommends it." Okay, that's that does not really impact people go seeing a movie anymore. Okay, it probably did 10 years ago as well. And they made such a big deal about quote unquote critic proof movies, but Rotten Tomatoes does not really determine if a movie is popular or not as well. Yeah. Then we have Final Destination. No, wait. Then we have Sinners, which this movie, despite it's in the sixth weekend, it is it's now finally starting to actually drop off hugely week by week now, where its huge rigs are not really doing it's not having these huge rigs like it used to. It's to like its first 5 weeks because there's other major movies out now, you know. As well, also internationally, this movie has kind of stalled. It's not gonna make $100 million internationally that much. It's not gonna do too well internationally as well. And yeah, this movie has done okay internationally, but amazingly domestically as well. So this movie will likely make a few million more dollars down the line, but $300 million domestically is out of the question, of course, as well. But yep, this movie has done pretty well over the 6 weeks it has come out in. So yeah. Yeah. Then we have The Last Rodeo by Angel Studios. It's doing okay. As again, Angel Studios hasn't, besides The King of Kings and Sound of Freedom, Angel Studios hasn't had any real successful movies as well. So then we have Friendship, which got a massive increase in amount of feeders it went in. It's now at over 1,000 feeders as well. Yeah. But the per feeder ratio has kind of dropped. This is why these related reasons need to end. Just release the freaking movie all at once. Okay. As well. So, yeah, this movie is doing okay at the theaters as well. So, this movie's doing okay. A Minecraft movie. This movie is not going to hit $1 billion. I keep saying this as well. This movie has now lost a lot of its feeders domestically and probably internationally as well here. As people move on to newer movies, it's also on digital now, which means there's a less of an incentive to go see a movie in a movie theater as well. The movie has now made $949 million globally as well. Again, I have not updated the international numbers for this movie, but Minecraft is basically watched like 1,000 plus feeders to the newer movies, dropping 63% in its 8th week as well here. So yeah, the Minecraft movie is basically done with its box office run. We talked about Minecraft's box office run like almost every day. So yeah, we have The Accountant 2, which has made $97 million globally, and this movie isn't really doing too well, as well. This movie needs to make like $200 million to break even, and it's not even a good crack. It'll barely crack $100 million globally as well. So yeah, goodbye.